Indianapolis Colts head coach Shane Steichen made it clear Anthony Richardson is no longer the starting quarterback. Benching Richardson after 10 starts represents a significant break in organizational direction from the team's stated plan to develop Richardson, prompting plenty of questions on the reasons for Steichen's decision. Steichen, supported by GM Chris Ballard and team owner Jim Irsay, has said up until this point that the best way to develop Richardson into a franchise quarterback is to play him. Richardson had just one season as a starter in college at Florida. He's played fewer games after high school than almost any NFL prospect. Start the day smarter. Get all the news you need in your inbox each morning. I know I said that, and things changed there, Steichen said. I think right now, sitting back and seeing a veteran that's done it at a high level for a long time, you can develop that way as well. Steichen took responsibility for the decision himself, rejecting the idea that Irsay mandated the move. The Colts head coach acknowledged that he talked to the team's leadership council and took the temperature of the locker room, but he pushed back on the idea that he was worried about losing the locker room. Asked again if the decision hinged on Richardson's decision to tap out of a key third down late in Sunday's game, the Colts head coach denied it for the second time since Sunday's 23-20 loss to the Texans. It didn't, Steichen said. He knows that he can't do that in that situation. That's part of the growth and the development process that we go through. The Colts head coach did repeatedly mention a need for Richardson to grow as a professional, in addition to growing as a quarterback. I think he just needs to keep developing and growing as a professional, Steichen said. Obviously, every little thing, all the details, all those little things, we go through that. He's a young player. I think he's the second youngest player in the league at the position. When Indianapolis held the number 4 pick in the draft in 2023, Irsay likened the team's decision to draft a young quarterback to an expressway, saying there were no exit ramps for a while. Steichen's decision represents an exit ramp, potentially permanent. The Colts head coach would not predict that Richardson will return to the starting job at some point, saying that he cannot predict the future, although he also sought to push back on the notion that the team has given up on Richardson as a prospect. Not giving up on Anthony by any means, Steichen said. Really not. He's a young player with a ton of talent. Is Joe Flacco starting? Steichen says Flacco is Colts quarterback going forward. But when asked if Richardson would start again, Steichen said, I can't predict the future, but, that would be great. We'll see. But Richardson's talent has not been enough to outweigh his lack of accuracy and lack of experience as a professional, prompting Steichen to make a move at quarterback with a team that sits at 500 at the halfway point of the season, a half game out of the final playoff spot in a wide-open AFC wildcard race. Where our team's at, I feel that Joe gives us the best chance to win right now, Steichen said. We're trying to put a winning product on the field. I'm responsible for the offense, the defense, the special teams. We're trying to win games. Anthony Richardson stats. Richardson has completed just 44.4% of his passes for 958 yards, with 4 touchdowns and 7 interceptions. His 16.2 yards per catch leads the NFL, but his quarterback rating is just 57.2. Anthony Richardson injury history. He missed the 3rd game of his rookie season with a concussion, then went on injured reserve and missed 12 games due to shoulder surgery. Richardson missed 2 games this season with an oblique injury. Anthony Richardson contract. Anthony Richardson is in the 2nd year of a 4-year rookie contract. He counts $7.725 million toward the Colts salary cap this season. The 4-year contract totals almost $34 million. Colts QB Anthony Richardson, age 22. He will turn 23 on May 22, 2025.